So I want to invite our first speaker, and this is someone I've seen build a very strong business because she's capitalizing on the same topic that she'll be sharing with us. That is cultivating the right mindset for your business. If your mind is right, you see things right, and success is guaranteed in this business. So she'll be sharing from experience, from what she's practicing, and perhaps what she has learned along the way. And this is none other than our next director all the way from Ebu County, and that is Sarah Sigei. Sarah Sigei, if you can hear me, please take it away. Sarah, unmute yourself. I think you're able to unmute yourself. Good. Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Okay, good evening, all of us in here. Okay, good evening, all of us. My name is Sarah Sigei Njeru. So I just want, first of all, to thank our PT, Dr. Karaoke and Pieros, for this noble opportunity, this great opportunity to talk to all of us about cultivating the right mindset, calculating the right mindset on this on this business. My name is Sarah. As I've said, I'm a mother of two. That is a boy and a girl, 17 and 13. I'm a teacher by profession. I got to this opportunity. I made this opportunity through PROs, and I got to join the business on 30th November. That is starting of December, where actually I took it as a business and ran with it. I'm glad and I thank God for my PT, the two, Dr. Pieros and Dr. Karaoke and Pieros, who actually have mentored me, have supported me wholeheartedly. Thank you so much, Dr. So I made this opportunity in November, and as I've said, I'm a teacher, I'm a mother, I'm a farmer. I do a lot. So I do this business on part-time basis, but I have been able to rise through the ranks. Actually, in December, that is 30th again, that is 30 days later, I rose to manager level. I had a team already of about 4 people. We grew together through January, February, May, and in April, again, as I've said, as a teacher, you know, the time that I'm free is the time that I work a lot. So I rose again from manager to senior manager in April. And 3 days later, actually, through the help of our PTs, I was able to rise to senior manager and eventually to executive manager. And the next months, which are May, June, July, I've been working, and my next move is to step up to director. That is my prayer. So that is a little bit about myself. Now, I've been told to do this noble task that is talking to us about cultivating the right mindset. And I'll break down into 4. Yeah. 4, how can we achieve this? How can we achieve this mindset? 4 characteristics. Number 1, I'll be talking about positive mental attitude. That is, when you have the right attitude to this business, you are able to work it out. You are able to grow. You are able to move to the next, to step up. Our number 2 that I will be talking about is intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, that inner motivation. So I'll be talking about intrinsic motivation as our number 2. And number 3, we'll be talking about persuasive communication. Persuasive communication, and that is, we shall be able to talk. Number 4 will be ability to learn from our failure. So those are the 4 areas that I want to talk about, and I can repeat. Number 1, positive mental attitude. Number 2, intrinsic motivation. Number 3, persuasive communication. And number 4, ability to learn from failure. So I want to talk about positive attitudes as our number 1. So what is the meaning of attitude? What is the meaning of attitude? It's something that each one of us as an entrepreneur should be asking ourselves. Attitude is that way of thinking or a feeling about something, way of thinking or having a feeling about something. If you think that this business will work, here we are talking about our business, our superstars here. If you have that positive attitude that it will work, believe me, it will work. So as an entrepreneur, it is important to have that mindset, positive mindset. An entrepreneur should be highly energetic with lots of tons of self-motivation. And this is what we struggle with in day-to-day business, in our day-to-day life, in our business, that we are not motivated, that we are not self-motivated. So always concentrate on the positives. In our day-to-day activities, during our sponsoring, our selling, our speaking to people, there are lots of negative energy out there. But what do? I've said you concentrate on the positive mindset. It is very critical to overcoming the challenges in our business. And why should we have this? We should have this positive thought because it generates positive feeling. It generates that positive feeling that this business will work out eventually. That positive thinking that I will do it. That as you prepare your meeting, for example, meeting, you should have that positive mindset that today I know I might sponsor 10. That is always what I wear inside myself. And even if I don't sponsor 10, I know that I'll do a follow-up and eventually I'll have a big team. So that positive mindset, that generates a positive feeling, that even after you attend a meeting and you're thinking that you might sponsor and people fail to sponsor, what, will you go smiling? Or will you go frowning? So the thing is, I urge all of us to concentrate on the positive feeling, that always tell yourself, my tomorrow is better than today. Now, one is able to build team. If you have that positive mindset, you'll be able to build a bigger team. And also you'll be able also to cultivate cultures in our team and that trust in our team. That you'll also be able to build that culture about having, preparing a meeting, preparation for a meeting, having, that is, what do we call, timekeeping, the positive cultures that we can cultivate in our team. That is, we do regular engagement. Positive attitude will help you do regular engagement. When you have a negative attitude, you won't call someone. But if you have a negative attitude, you'll be able to engage everybody because of that attitude. Positive thought empowers you, and this leads to self-belief. When you have a positive attitude, you'll believe in yourself that I will be successful. My business will thrive. You will have that self-belief, but not self-doubt. And this positive attitude will help us push this business and vision forward. Because our vision here is to step up, is to grow, to step up. For me, I'm praying that I step up to director soon. And that is a prayer item for all of you in here. That I step up to the director, to Sapphire director, and even to the president team up there. So it will, this positive attitude will help us to grow that vision and we'll be able to achieve. And here on the ground is only sponsoring on monthly basis, doing our PVs, that is 100 points and over and more and more and more, and even stepping up to the next rank. When you cultivate a positive mindset, you will, you must always remember your why I joined this business. Initially, what did you have as you signed up? In Kenya, tunasema kwamba unachoma bet. Did you place your money? Yeah? I paid 11,000. Did I pay 11,000 and throw it there? No, I had a vision. And my vision is my why. So that is the reason why I will be able to wear that positive attitude and be able to do extremely well. The why will fuel you up. It will be a fuel. And they will remind you why you joined the business in the first place. What should I do to remind myself my why? What can I do? What we can do is have a diary, a notebook, a note on your phone, and write down why each page. As you open a diary, when you open it, it goes, write your why, the reason why I should do this. It will motivate you. It will improve your attitude. And that way, at a glance, you will remember to push on. At a glance on that page, you will all remember to push on. You will remember to work yourself out. Now, that is about our thought. Our attitude actually will determine where you will go. Your attitude. Remember, there are people out there, your friends especially, will tell you, this marketing business is too difficult. Sponsoring is too difficult. Earning PVs to the 4,000 points to the director is too difficult. But what about yourself? What are you telling yourself? For me, for example, I normally tell if a friend, because I've engaged with friends who tell me that business don't work. But what do I tell myself? Not myself, I tell them that you are not me. If you tried and it never worked, you are not Sarah. Sarah is not even trying. Sarah is in it and will push it and will grow the business to the next ranks and up there. So that positive mindset will enable you to work it out and move actually far and go far. Don't listen to those people who are trying negative energy, who are trying to pull you back. What I can also say that with positive mind, if a friend tells you that, you don't make him an enemy or her an enemy. You continue thriving until that time that she will come, hold you and tell me now, because I've seen you, how can I join your business? And I'm sure those that I saw in December, I approached in January 3 times, I'm sure they will come looking for me. I tell them, watch my back. Watch my back. You'll come asking me how. So with that positive mindset, my friends, we will be able to rise. We will be able to thrive. And again, with the help of our God. So that is about positive mental attitude. Our number 2 was intrinsic motivation. intrinsic motivation. What is it? What is intrinsic motivation? That motivation from inside. It refers to personal willingness. Personal willingness. Are you willing? Are you willing to do it? What do you do when you wake up in the morning? I can give you an example of myself. My president normally sends me some videos. I normally read some books, some clips about how to improve my intrinsic motivation. And I do some notes that actually will improve me. So this refers, I've said that intrinsic motivation refers to personal willingness. This fosters good self-image. We need to focus on this progress. And how do we achieve the intrinsic motivation? How do we achieve the intrinsic motivation? We say that when we meet, first of all, when you do this business, we have that desire. We have that desire to step up. We have that desire to grab opportunity. And that is the first thing we did. We grabbed the opportunity. We never procrastinated. So we grabbed the opportunity. We have that desire to have PVs, and we have that desire to sponsor a lot. So intrinsic motivation is achieved by enhanced interest in something. That is making appropriate choice. Making appropriate choice in our day-to-day activities. And as I've said, that when I wake up, the first thing that comes into my mind is I pray. I remember my business. I also remember who to call. I write a call list. I remember maybe someone who needed something, who bought something long time ago. So I asked them, have you finished? How do you feel about it? So this having that enhanced deep interest in something. So let us have that deep interest in our business. This, and I've said, is making appropriate choice. How? By attending meetings, attend seminars, because we learn each day and we improve. During these meetings, we get motivational speakers. They help us to improve that inside of us motivation. So that is about intrinsic motivation. Number 3, let us move to number 3, is persuasive communication in business. Persuasive communication in business. Communication is that art, yeah? But persuasive communication is an art, actually, of influencing others. And I tend to think this is key. This is key because actually in this marketing business, we need to have that persuasive communication, that we are able to, it is the art of influencing others to agree with your point of view, with our point of view, to accept, even persuading them to accept our proposal. For us to achieve that, for example, in our meetings, we persuade. We need to have that persuasive communication, good language, persuasive communication, for us to be able to make this person agree and join us. This is a valuable skill for personal and professional growth. This persuasive communication skill is a valuable skill for personal and professional growth. It is a skill that enables us to negotiate better and build trust. And lastly, we are able to achieve our goal. So With the persuasive communication in business, we are able to negotiate better. Negotiate, you're able to know, to talk to people, persuade them. You are able to build that trust that as you talk, you make people believe in what you're talking about. If you're talking about a product, you must be able to be knowledgeable. You must be able to talk about it. Show them that you truly mean what you say, that you are talking the truth. For example, if you've used a product, you will be showing even by facial expression, or and you're able to build trust, and you're able to persuade them, and you're able to make them feel you, and even join your business. Our goal in this case is to sponsor. Our goal in this case is to have top personal PV. Now I am laughing because my PV is down, but my PT, I'll work it up. I know. So it is also this persuasive communication is also enables us to sell our products. The persuasive skill will also enable us to sell our products and earn our PVs and increase our sales. To achieve this, you must be, number one, to achieve this persuasive communication, you must be knowledgeable. In this case, knowledge about our company. In this case, knowledge about our products. In this case, knowledge about our growth. Tell people how to achieve more and more PVs. Knowledge about how to sponsor. So have some knowledge. How do you get knowledge? By reading books, attending meetings, attending these Zoom meetings, attending physical meetings. So you'll get at least knowledge. Another thing that will enable us have persuasive communication, a better one, is by being trustworthy. Remember, for example, I do it in Embu. I'm a Kalenjin from Wazingishu. I didn't tell you that. I've been in Embu for 18 years. So this is my community. Embu actually is my community. So are people able to trust you in your own community? Because I started with my own community, calling those that know me in my call log. Before now, I started advertising through WhatsApp ads. So that is trustworthy. Are you a trustworthy person? Not a con man. That people won't follow you. People will not, if you tell somebody, wait for 3 days, I'll bring you a product. Are you able to do that? If it is a product that is worth 2,300, are you charging them 3,000? You lose your trust. So you should actually, for me, I believe in using company price list. If I'm supposed to sell at 2,000, I should do that. If you're supposed to sell at 4,000, to do that. Don't exaggerate prices, because if you sponsor somebody from the same community, for example, and that person is trustworthy better than you, what will happen? You lose trust. Eventually, you will close your business down. So in this way, I would urge all of us that we become trustworthy, we become knowledgeable on our product. Number three, we should be able to be eloquent. To be eloquent is that ability to able to speak. I know I'm also not very eloquent, but I'm building it through reading, through practicing. How do we practice? I normally talk to my children. They become my clients. So I talk to them and they correct me, and I'm able to perfect my eloquence. So should be able to be eloquent. You should be able to speak in an orderly also manner from beginning to the end without confusion. so eloquent, and any other positive attribute that we need to get to have, the values that we need to have, that is the value loving others. You're able to persuade others if you love them. So loving others, caring for others, listening skills, yes, listening skills and all that, the positive attribute, all those one will be, that is under persuasive communication in our business. And remember, we are still talking about how to cultivate the right mindset in our business, in our entrepreneurial opportunity. Our number 4, we'll be talking about is ability to learn from our failure. Failure, yeah? How do we do this? Actually, we know that, remember that the most successful business owners are not for those that never make mistakes. Remember, the most successful businesses are not for those that never make mistakes, but those that know how to learn from their mistake and emerge stronger. Let me repeat it. Remember, the most successful businesses are not for those that never make mistakes, but those that know how to learn from them and emerge stronger. How are we able to learn from our failure? Number 1 is acknowledging errors. Acknowledging errors and learning from them. Acknowledging errors that we normally do. It might be errors that we normally do. That a week goes without you thinking of our business. That is an error in the first place. So learn from the error and correct it. Number 2, it can be an error not attending meeting. Learn from it, acknowledge your mistake, and move on. You wear again the positive mindset. It might be an error of what now? Failures, the most failures that we normally do. So you learn from it and moving on. So number 2 is implement corrective measures. We have said, how do we do this? How are we able to learn from our failures? Number 1, I've said acknowledging errors and learning from them. Number 2 is implement corrective measures. This is to transform the challenges in the opportunity for development, in the opportunities for development. So implement these corrective measures. The corrective measures, if you are not attending the meeting, attend. Zoom meetings, physical meetings. If you are not thinking about the business every day, each minute, do it. If you meet new people, did you take their numbers? Did you befriend them? If you never did that, it is time to correct that. So implementing corrective measures, it is a way to be able to learn from the failures. In addition, mistakes are not just unavoidable, but essential component for growth. I've said mistakes are not just unavoidable, but essential component of growth. So the key point is how you respond to it or to them. The key point is here is, how do you respond to these failures? Are you going to quit? Are you a quitter? Are you going to quit or learn from them and implement corrective measures? So this key mistake, you should know that mistakes are unavoidable. And as I just said, I say that the most successful businesses are not those that never make mistakes. They are those that know how to learn from the mistakes and emerge stronger. So in this case here, let us accept and agree that it is unavoidable to make mistakes. So, and I've said how you respond to it. Are you going to quit? you are going to learn about it. So I will urge all of us to implement corrective measures by having that, responding to it, but not quitting. Remember, you are a leader. Remember, you are a leader, and a leader, do not quit. Don't quit. A leader, don't complain that this business, I invited people, they never came. This business, I've done enough. I'm not getting my PVs. So a leader, don't complain. A leader, for you now to be able to move from the failures, you should be committed to the business. These are the measures, corrective measures, having commitment. If you are not committed, you improve your commitment. So a leader again is committed to their business. And again, enjoy taking responsibility. Take up responsibility for what? For errors and also for success. So take up responsibility for also errors and success. Clap for yourself if it is time to clap for yourself. Do corrective measures if you failed, and remember not to quit. And I would urge all of us to be committed to nothing but success. To nothing but success. So those are the 4 points that I actually had prepared about cultivating the entrepreneurial mindset. And briefly, the highlights are positive mental attitude, intrinsic motivation, persuasive communication, and ability to learn from our failures. So I would want to take this opportunity and to tell you thank you, PT, for giving me this opportunity. Kindly take it up.
Wow. This is awesome. This is awesome, Sarah. Let's all give it up for Sarah Sigei on the chat down there. I can see so many comments. You can go through them and appreciate that you've done an amazing, amazing session there. This is real leadership session. And for those who missed anything, those who came late, you'll have the privilege of watching the replay at the end of the session. Shortly after we drop off, we'll upload it so that you can build a strong business using the 4 concepts that Sarah has shared with us tonight. Positive mental attitude, intrinsic motivation, persuasive communication, and ability to learn from failures. I wouldn't even attempt to add anything. Sarah, thank you so much for well thought and relevant session there. If you allow me, I will just maybe add something very small, because sometimes in our business, people think they are the only ones who are encountering challenges. They take themselves as failures instead of looking at failure as an event, not a person. And that is what Sarah was trying to really help us to understand, that failure is not you. It is an event which should be detached from you. Two things come into my mind. The first one is what Maya Angelou says, that things may change me. Maybe the way I look at things and all that, but they will not reduce me. So the entrepreneurial mindset that Sarah was talking about is about really making sure that things don't reduce you. And reducing you would mean the way you think, your attitude, your perception of things. It should remain up there, very positive. So things will come your way, but don't let them reduce you. Wow. I want to point to the quote that you can maybe reflect on after this. It again echoes what Sarah has shared with us. A quote by Michael Jordan. He demonstrates that the reason why he is very successful is because he failed many, many times. So he says this: I missed 9,000 shots in my career. 9,000 shots in my career. He proceeds. I lost more than 300 games. 26 times I was asked to take the last shot and I missed. Imagine you are given a clear shot and he missed 26 times. He finishes by saying, I failed again and again in life, and that is the reason I succeeded. So, entrepreneurial mindset will require that every time you fail, you remember you are getting closer to your success. Think about that. You fail and you look at it like, I'm getting closer to my success. And Sarah said, we must always focus on the positives, not the negatives. Positive people out there, not negative people out there. Positive experiences, like when you fail and you wake up, you clap for yourself, congratulate yourself, and you move on. Not just remembering that you failed and you feel weak about it. I'm so excited. Allow me not to add much on what we've learned, but I challenge us. Those are things that will help us to take our business to a whole new level. Only if you are going to implement them. Don't be hearers, be a doer. So thank you so much. And we want to go to the second and the last session